is a powerful force, but it is not real. It exists only in the mind, a product of our thoughts, assumptions, and past experiences. Yet for so many people, fear dictates their choices, controls their actions, and limits their potential. They hesitate to take risks, avoid challenges, and settle for a life that feels safe but unfulfilling. The truth is, fear is nothing more than an illusion, and the only way to break free from its grip is to face it head on. Think about the last time fear held you back. Maybe it was fear of failure, fear of rejection, or fear of the unknown. Whatever it wasn't the situation itself that stopped you. It was your mind's interpretation of it. The mind creates stories, imagining worst-case scenarios that rarely ever happen. But while these stories may feel real, they are nothing more than mental roadblocks, preventing you from reaching your full potential. The most successful people in the world are not fearless because they never feel fear. They are fearless because they refuse to let fear dictate their lives. They recognize fear for what it is: a test, a challenge, an opportunity to grow. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent or intelligence, it's courage. It's the ability to move forward even when fear is present. Fear will always be there when you step outside your comfort zone, but what you do next determines everything. You can either let it paralyze you, or you can take control. When you step into fear, something incredible happens. You realize it's not as powerful as it seems. It's just a shadow disappearing the moment you shine a light on it. Too many people wait for fear to disappear before they take action. They think they need to feel confident first, that they need to have all the answers before they begin. But confidence doesn't come before action. It comes because of action. The moment you take that first step, the fear starts to weaken. Your mind shifts from uncertainty to possibility, from doubt to belief. And with each step forward, you gain momentum. You build the courage to keep going. And soon, what once seemed impossible becomes your new reality. Every great success story begins with someone who faced their fears. The greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders didn't achieve greatness because they never felt afraid. They achieved it because they acted despite their fear. They embraced discomfort, challenged themselves, and pushed through the resistance. And in doing so, they discovered that fear was never the enemy. Their hesitation was. When you start seeing fear as a signal for growth rather than a stop sign, everything changes. Fear is an indicator that you are stepping into new territory, that you are pushing beyond your limits. It's a sign that you are evolving, expanding, becoming something greater than before. If you avoid fear, you also avoid growth. But if you confront it, you gain strength, resilience, and a mindset that refuses to be controlled by doubt. The key to a fearless mindset is making fear your ally instead of your enemy. When fear arises, instead of retreating, ask yourself, what is this fear trying to teach me? What opportunity is on the other side of this? Shift your perspective from fear being something that stops you to something that empowers you. Train your mind to see fear as an invitation to rise. You have two choices in life. Let fear control you, or take control of your fear. The people who achieve extraordinary things are not the ones who never feel afraid, but the ones who refuse to be ruled by it. They take action. They embrace uncertainty, and they prove to themselves that they are capable of far more than they ever imagined. And so can you. Fear is not just a feeling, it's a program running in the background of your mind, shaping the way you see yourself and the world around you. It whispers doubts, feeds insecurities, and convinces you that you're not enough. But here's the truth. Fear is a learned response. And just as it was programmed into you, it can be reprogrammed. The mind is like a computer. What you feed it determines how it operates. If you allow fear-based thoughts to dominate, your actions will reflect that fear. But when you intentionally train your mind for courage, everything changes. Courage is not something you are born with, something you developed. No one starts out fearless. Every confident person you see today was once filled with doubts and insecurities. The difference is that they made a choice. They chose to feed their mind with thoughts of strength rather than weakness, rather than fear. They didn't wait for fear to go away. They trained themselves to move forward in spite of it. And this is the secret to developing a fearless mindset. Conditioning your thoughts to serve you rather than limit you. Most of the fears that hold people back are not based on reality. They are based on past experiences, failures, or the negative opinions of others. Maybe you were told as a child that you weren't smart enough or good enough. Maybe you experienced rejection and now believe that trying again will only lead to more pain. But those are just stories. Stories that no longer have to define you. You have the power to rewrite them to create a new belief system that empowers rather than restricts you. One of the most effective ways to reprogram your mind for courage is through repetition. The thoughts you repeat to yourself become your reality. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not good enough, that is the reality you will live in. But if you begin to affirm strength, confidence, and resilience, your brain will start to accept those as truths. Every morning, remind yourself, I am strong, I am capable, I am fearless. At first, your mind might resist it. It might try to pull you back into old patterns of doubt. But over time, with consistency, you will start to believe it. Another powerful method is visualization. Your brain does not know the difference between a real event and one vividly imagined. That's why athletes, performers, and high achievers practice visualization. They see themselves succeeding before it happens. If you constantly imagine yourself failing, your brain will work to make that a reality. But if you visualize yourself facing fear with confidence, stepping boldly into challenges and succeeding, your mind will start to accept that as your new normal. The people you surround yourself with also play a huge role in shaping your mindset. Fear is contagious, but so is courage. If you spend your time around people who constantly doubt themselves, who shrink in the face of challenges, you will adopt that same energy. But if you surround yourself with people who take bold action, who embrace uncertainty with confidence, that mindset will begin to rub off on you. Choose to be in environments that challenge you to grow rather than ones that keep you small. Reprogramming your mind for courage does not mean fear will completely disappear. It means that fear will no longer have control over your actions. It means that instead of running from discomfort, you will step into it knowing that growth is on the other side. It means you will train yourself to see fear as a sign that you are on the right path. Because the truth is, Everything you want in life is waiting for you on the other side of fear. The only question is, will you step forward? The mind is a powerful tool, shaping the reality we experience every single day. The way we think determines how we act, how we react, and ultimately how far we go in life. This is why mastering the power of positive thinking is essential to developing a fearless mindset. Many people go through life allowing negative thoughts to control them. They wake up thinking about what could go wrong. They dwell on past failures, and they convince themselves that they are not capable. This pattern of thinking creates a cycle that keeps them stuck. The truth is, your thoughts shape your reality. What you focus on expands. If you constantly focus on obstacles, they will seem larger. If you constantly focus on solutions, you will find a way forward. Positive thinking is not about ignoring reality or pretending that challenges don't exist. It is about choosing to see things from a perspective that empowers you rather than weakens you. It is about training your mind to respond to fear with confidence instead of doubt. Every successful person understands this. They don't avoid problems. They face them with a mindset that says, I will find a way. They don't let fear paralyze them. They turn fear into fuel. The brain is wired to protect you, which is why it often defaults to negative thinking. It tries to keep you safe by highlighting potential dangers and worst-case scenarios. But safety and growth do not exist in the same place. If you want to grow, if you want to step into your full potential, you must retrain your brain to see opportunities instead of threats. You must learn to interrupt negative thoughts the moment they arise and replace them with thoughts that move you forward. One of the most effective ways to do this is through gratitude. When fear creeps in, shift your focus to what you are grateful for. Gratitude forces your mind to focus on abundance rather than lack, on strength rather than weakness. It reminds you of how far you've come, of the challenges you've already overcome, and of the potential that still lies within you. A grateful mind is a strong mind, and a strong mind is a fearless mind. Another key to positive thinking is learning to speak to yourself with power. Too many people engage in negative self-talk without even realizing it. They tell themselves, I can't do this. I'm not good enough. What if I fail? And without realizing it, they are programming their minds to believe those things. But what if you flipped the script? What if instead of saying, I can't, you said, I will find a way? What if instead of saying, I'm not ready, you said, I'm becoming ready? Your words have power, and when you choose words that empower you, you begin to shift your reality. Fear may always be present, but when your mind is trained to see the good, to find solutions and to focus on growth, fear becomes weaker. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not that one group never feels fear. Is that one group refuses to let fear control their thoughts. They use positive thinking to push forward when doubt tries to pull them back. They remind themselves that every great achievement begins with a mindset that believes it is possible. At the end of the day, you have a choice. You can let fear shape your thoughts, keeping you small and uncertain. Or you can take control of your mind, train it to see strength instead of weakness, and step boldly toward your goals. The power is in your hands, and it starts with the thoughts you choose every single day. Fear often thrives in uncertainty, and one of the greatest weapons against fear is preparation. When you prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically, fear loses its grip. The unknown becomes familiar, and confidence takes the place of hesitation. People who develop a fearless mindset don't wait for the perfect moment to take action. They create it by being ready for whatever comes their way. Preparation is not just about gathering knowledge or planning ahead. It's about conditioning yourself to handle challenges with resilience. Too often, people let fear control them because they feel unprepared for the obstacles ahead. They hesitate, second-guess themselves, and overanalyze every decision until they are stuck in place. But the truth is, confidence is built through action. The more you prepare, the more you trust yourself. And the more you trust yourself, the less power fear has over you. One of the most powerful ways to prepare yourself for success is through discipline. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline is what keeps you moving forward. Those with a fearless mindset understand that preparation is not a one-time event. It's a daily practice. They train their minds and bodies consistently, so when the opportunity arrives, they are ready. They don't wait until they feel like taking action. They build habits that make action automatic. Take athletes, for example. A boxer doesn't step into the ring and hope to win on fight night. They train for months, sharpening their skills, strengthening their body, and pushing through pain so that when the moment comes, they don't have to think, they just perform. The same principle applies to life. You don't rise to the level of your expectations. You fall to the level of your preparation. If you prepare yourself for challenges, you won't fear them. You will step forward with confidence because you know you've put in the work. Another key element of preparation is embracing discomfort. Growth does not happen in comfort. If you avoid difficulty, you will always remain the same. But if you seek out challenges, if you intentionally put yourself in situations that stretch you, you will become stronger. Fearless individuals don't shy away from discomfort. They welcome it. They understand that every challenge is a chance to improve, to sharpen their skills, and to build resilience. They see failure not as an end, but as a lesson that prepares them for future success. Mental preparation is just as important as physical preparation. Fear often comes from self-doubt, from the belief that you are not ready or not capable. But those who develop a fearless mindset train their thoughts just as much as they train their skills. They feed their minds with knowledge. They study those who have succeeded before them, and they remind themselves daily that they are capable of handling whatever comes their way. They don't leave their success to chance. They take control of it by preparing for every possibility. The more prepared you are, the less fear you feel. Imagine walking into a test without studying. You would feel anxious, uncertain, and overwhelmed. Now imagine walking into that same test after months of dedicated preparation. The fear is gone, replaced by confidence. Life works the same way. If you prepare yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally, you will step into challenges with courage instead of hesitation. Fear is not something to be avoided, it is something to be conquered. And the way you conquer it is through relentless preparation. Train yourself every day. Strengthen your mind, develop your skills. Push yourself beyond your limits. Because when the moment comes, when fear tries to hold you back, you will already know the answer. Fear has a way of making people hesitate, question themselves, and hold back from taking action. It whispers doubts, magnifies obstacles, and convinces you that you are not ready. But the truth is, fear only has power if you allow it. The way to develop a fearless mindset is to take control of your emotions rather than letting them control you. Emotional mastery is the key to stepping forward with confidence, regardless of the challenges you face. Most people believe that emotions just happen, that they are at the mercy of how they feel in any given moment. But the reality is, emotions are like muscles. The more you train them, the stronger they become. If you constantly allow fear, frustration, and doubt to dictate your decisions, those emotions will dominate your life. But if you train yourself to respond with calm, focus, and determination, you will develop the ability to move forward even when fear is present. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with fear is that they attach too much meaning to it. They think feeling afraid means they shouldn't take action. They believe that doubt means they are not ready. But successful people, those with a fearless mindset, understand that fear is just an emotion. It is not a command. They feel fear, but they do not obey it. They acknowledge the doubt, but they do not let it dictate their actions. Instead, they have trained themselves to respond differently. One powerful way to master your emotions is to reframe fear as excitement. Physiologically, fear and excitement feel very similar. Your heart races, your breathing changes, and your body is filled with energy. The only difference is the meaning you give it. If you tell yourself, I am afraid, your body reacts with hesitation and resistance. But if you tell yourself, I am excited, your body shifts into a state of readiness. The next time you feel fear, try shifting your perspective. Instead of seeing it as a reason to stop, see it as a sign that you are about to grow. Another way to master your emotions is through controlled breathing. Fear thrives in chaos. When your mind is racing, when your emotions are overwhelming, fear grows stronger. But when you take control of your breathing, slowing it down, deepening it, you send a message to your body that you are in control. This simple technique can shift your emotional state in seconds. Every great athlete, performer, and leader understands the power of breath. Before stepping onto a stage, into a competition, or into a high-pressure situation, they take deep, controlled breaths to center themselves. If you can control your breath, you can control your fear. The words you use also play a powerful role in emotional mastery. If you constantly tell yourself, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, or what if I fail? You are programming your mind to believe those things. But if you shift your language, if you tell yourself, I can figure this out, I am capable, and I will succeed, you begin to reshape your emotions. Your words shape your reality. Choose words that empower you rather than weaken you. Fearless individuals do not wait to feel brave before taking action. They take action first, and confidence follows. They know that courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward despite it. The more you practice emotional mastery, the more fearless you become. Instead of reacting impulsively, you will respond with control. Instead of letting fear hold you back, you will use it as fuel. And in doing so, you will step into a life where fear no longer dictates your choices. You do. A fearless mindset is not just about overcoming fear in the moment. It's about building a way of thinking that allows you to face any challenge with confidence and determination. One of the most powerful ways to solidify this mindset is to surround yourself with the right influences. The people, ideas, and environments you expose yourself to shape the way you think, feel, and if you want to develop unshakable courage, you must be intentional about what you allow into your mind and your life. Your environment is more powerful than you realize. It can either lift you up or pull you down. If you surround yourself with people who constantly complain, doubt themselves, and avoid challenges, that mindset will rub off on you. You will start thinking the same way, playing it safe and fearing failure. But if you surround yourself with people who are driven, disciplined, and fearless, their energy will elevate you. You will absorb their confidence, their belief in themselves, and their ability to take action despite uncertainty. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to develop a fearless mindset while staying in an environment that reinforces fear. You cannot grow if you are constantly surrounded by negativity. You must be willing to let go of toxic influences, whether it's people, social media, or even your own habits that keep you stuck in fear. Instead, fill your mind with powerful influences, books, podcasts, and mentors who inspire you to be bold. Read about people who have conquered their fears and achieved greatness. Listen to voices that push you to take action. The more you feed your mind with strength, the more fearless you become. Your habits also play a significant role in shaping your mindset. Fear thrives in procrastination, laziness, and inconsistency. But when you develop habits of discipline, action, and self-improvement, you weaken fear's grip on your life. People with a fearless mindset don't just rely on motivation, they build habits that push them forward even when they don't feel like it. They train daily, mentally and physically, so that courage becomes a natural response rather than something they have to force. Another crucial factor in shaping your mindset is your self-talk. The words you say to yourself determine how you feel and how you act. If you constantly tell yourself, I'm not ready, I might fail, or what if I'm not good enough, you are programming fear into your mind. But if you shift your language to, I am capable, I will figure this out, and I have everything I need to succeed, you begin to rewire your brain for confidence and action. Fearless individuals understand that they are always in control of their thoughts, and they choose to think in ways that empower them. They don't let fear dictate their inner dialogue. They take charge of it. And as a result, they build an unshakable belief in themselves. Your mindset is not just about what you think, it's about what you do consistently. If you want to become fearless, you must make bold action a habit. You must surround yourself with the right influences, eliminate negativity, and train yourself to take action even when fear tries to stop you. Fear will always exist, but it does not have to control you. When you condition yourself daily, mentally, physically, and emotionally, you create a mindset so strong that no challenge can break you. And that is the mindset that leads to success.